Calm, The Riddle of Desire by Guru Charan Das. Prologue. The beguiling realm of calm. Desire is the essence of life. Mahabharat 12.167.34. Our existence is but a brief crack of light between two eternities of darkness, wrote Vladimir Nabokov in the opening lines of his memoir, Speak Memory. Whereas the fearful unknown of the dark voids drove my father to mystical religion, I was drawn to the bright crevice, curious to discover the extraordinary visions that might lie therein. There I found calm, which means desire in Sanskrit. Unlike animals, human beings are not governed by instinct alone. Instinctual desire travels from our senses to our imagination, whence it creates fantasy around a specific individual. These fantasies are the source of intense pleasure, which happens to the other meaning of kama, which happens to be the other meaning of calm. Despite constraints, men and women found a way to communicate their fantasies, and this gave rise to erotic love. Most societies worried about this charming human inclination by instituting monogamy via the institution of marriage for the sake of social harmony. This is a memoir of calm, and I sometimes wish I had written it when I was younger, when desire was more troublesome. Young, vigorous warriors are supposed to be better candidates for sex, not aging ciphers who are resigned to mostly look back. It is unbefitting and perverse for men who are aged to have erotic passions, nor is it meet for ample hipped women whose bosoms are flaccid to cling to life or love. Calm is not only the joy of sensual attraction, but also the aesthetic delight one feels while, say, beholding a Mughal miniature of great beauty. Calm can be a desire of anything, but it refers generally to erotic desire. Calm is also the desire to act. It drove Shakespeare to sit down one morning and write the dazzling Othello, whose eponymous hero turned out, alas, to be one of the unhappiest victims of calm. Since my ancient Hindu since my ancient Hindu ancestors realized that calm is the source of action, of creation, and of procreation, they elevated it not only to the status of a god, but also saw it as one of the goals of human life. They thought of it as a cosmic force that animates all of life. There is another rich word in Sanskrit, smara, which means memory or love, depending on the context, especially a remembrance of sexual love. In writing this memoir, I have learned that the recollection of love is sometimes more powerful than the original confused experience itself. Memory binds us to our former selves, sieves together events that have not met before, reshuffling the past to suit our present. Marcel Proust, the French novelist, believed that only in recollection does an experience becomes